Hey, Tarron, congratulations and welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a blessing.
We'll get started here with Ed Kratz and then Dave Zangaro.
Okay.
Hey, Tarron, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not every day someone from Coastal Carolina makes it into the NFL. Must be pretty excited about that. Could you just give us a little backstory on how you ended up at Coastal Carolina?
Yes, sir. So coming out of high school, I actually didn't get a lot of publicity and stuff from a lot of college schools. But, man, when I came to Coastal, man, I really loved it. Going into my senior year, they offered me. When I came on a visit, I just fell in love with it, man, the culture, the brotherhood that they had there. And then, the fact that there was transitioning the year that I came in from Division I AA to Division I I felt like it really was a great opportunity for me to come somewhere and, leave a legacy.
Dave and then Chris Franklin.
Tarron, for Eagles fans who haven't had the chance to watch you play, how would you describe your pass rush style?
I would say relentless. I'm the guy that's trying to come off the ball hard as he can, trying to be violent with my hands. Every year I've tried to improve on my bend, so trying to bend around the corner instead of, rounding it. So I would definitely have to describe my pass rush game as relentless.
Go ahead, Chris, and then Bo.
Hey, Tarron, how's it feel? I mean, you made a promise to your brother back when he was 9, and unfortunately he passed. How's it feel to be able to go ahead and fulfill that promise that you would make the draft that you're able to fulfill that promise that you make the draft, be drafted?
Oh, man, I can't even describe it into words, man. It's been a long couple years. This is definitely a blessing. And my brother was just one piece to the puzzle. My uncle, he actually passed before the season. And the crazy part is his favorite team was the Eagles, man. And, I'm kind of getting emotional now, but, getting drafted to the Eagles, man, it means a lot to me.
Go ahead, Bo, and then Zach Berman.
Hey, Tarron, congratulations. Just paint the picture, paint the scene for us about what this weekend was like for you, who was with you, who was watching with you, and what it was like when you got the call.
Okay, so yeah, I actually rented out a room back home, so I had pretty much all of my first cousins and family around me, man. So, we were just fellowshipping and everything, man, just talking about, some of the past stuff, how I grew up and, all the stuff like that, man. And we had the draft projected on the screen. And when I got called, man, you can just see the excitement flow through the room, especially a lot of people that, helped me get to this point. Tears in their eyes, smiling, real joy. So it was a blessing, man. I'm just trying to soak the moment up right now.
And then how was your basketball game? I know you were a basketball player.
My basketball game, it was okay, man. I was more of a, rebounder, physical guy, get a drop step. I went to a smaller school, so I was a power forward / center.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Zach, and then John McMullen.
Hey, Tarron, if you're comfortable speaking about your brother, I saw that's why you wear number 9. What role did that have in your life, or I guess what effect did that have in your life when he passed away?
It had a huge role in my life, man. Football was always something that kind of kept me and my brother together, man. So growing up, we used to always be outside, man. No shoes on, no socks on, running and playing together outside playing football, man. So it was always something that connected us, man. And even now when I play, man, it's kind of always in remembrance of him.
John and Bob Groats.
Hey, Tarron. Curious if teams talk to you. Versatility is a big thing in the NFL. Obviously, you had a lot of success on the edge. People look at your body and say maybe you could be a 3 technique as well. If you gain a little weight, do people kind of talk to you about that?
We haven't talked about it yet, but going through the process, I've definitely had teams, asking me about whether or not I felt comfortable at playing D tackle. My response has been kind of the same. I know I can play D tackle if I work at it. Gaining weight or losing weight has never really been a problem for me. We're going to discuss how the Eagles want to use me, but however they want to use me, man, I'm all for it. I'm gonna work at it, and I'm positive that I'm gonna be successful.
Go ahead, Bob, and then Tim McManus.
Yeah, hey, congratulations. And you guys played Zach Wilson and did a pretty good job against him this year. Could you talk about that? You put a lot of pressure on him, and I guess that was pretty much his only really bad game.
Yes, sir. So, going into that game, we probably had about 2 or 3 days to prepare. So, that was kind of a very different game, man. So, we had to get a lot of film in. But I think that game, man, we really had a chip on our shoulder. We felt like nobody really believed in us, man. So we just, kind of went back to what we knew, man. And, you kind of see the results, Going into that game, we knew that we could compete with those guys. We put the same amount of work in, so we were very confident. We went in, defensive coordinator, they had a great game plan for us. So, we just executed.
Tim and then Martin Frank.
Ron, I'm sorry to hear about the passing of your uncle as well. If I may ask you, how did he become an Eagles fan? And, did you talk about the prospects of being drafted by this team with him? And what do you make of the fact that you did?
Yes, sir. So he was an Eagles fan since he was very young, man. We was always talking about it, man, because growing up, I used to be a big Tom Brady, Randy Moss fan. So, we used to always, talking stuff. But the Eagles was always his favorite team, man. And then right before he passed, going through this process, it was his dream also to, see me make it to the NFL. And he's always tell me, man, I really hope you go to my Eagles. And the opportunity for me to do this now, man, it really feels good.
Go ahead, Martin.
So, Tarron, if your uncle was in fact an Eagles fan and you were a Tom Brady fan, were you watching the Super Bowl like 3 years ago with him together? And obviously now you're going to be playing with like Brandon Graham and Derek Barnett, who had a pretty big hand in that. What's that going to be like for you?
Oh man, it's going to be great, man. I'm not too much thinking about that, man. It's a great D-line room, man. I can't wait to get in there and compete with those guys, man. I always felt like iron sharpens iron. So for me to have the opportunity to go in there and work with some of the, best D-linemen in the league, man, it's a blessing.
Any other questions for Tarron? All right. Thank you for taking the time, Tarron.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.